Good evening, good morning, wherever you're from right now. Welcome to Office Hours, a SchoolRubric production. You see a wonderful lineup of panel here tonight, and we are so happy to have with us Spencer Sharp, Melissa Campesi, and Holly Lannert. And we'll get into those introductions in just a second. Tonight is super special. If you remember back in January, we had one word amplifying the voices of educators. Tonight, we're doing what we all know we need to do. We're amplifying the voices of students. So tonight we have 4 featured videos of students and their one word for 2021 and their why behind it. And then at the end, we really want you to stick around because we have a full length video. I say full length, it's a few minutes of students around the world sharing their one word and their why. So join us, stay with us as we celebrate and amplify and listen to student voices, because that's what it's all about. They want to feel valued. And when they feel valued, they thrive, they rise up, and they excel. That being said, let's dive in. I am Traci Browder, your host, also host of Intelligogy, the podcast, and have a book coming out soon with DBC. Super excited about that. We have Spencer Sharp with us of the Innovative Teacher podcast. Holly Lannert is Rise for Educators podcast. Melissa Campesi is multicultural author and advocate who also has a book out. And I'm going to let her do her shout out on her amazing book. So Spencer, start us off with a little bit more about you.
Thank you so much, Traci. And I'm super excited to be here with everyone tonight. As you know, this is such a powerful message. So, my name is Spencer Sharp. And for those of you that don't know me, I'm from the Innovative Teacher podcast. I also am known as Sharp the Builder. All STEM, everything kind of my classroom. But I also love just talking with educators about all the different powerful things we are doing in the classroom. And I think when we amplify students' voices like we are tonight, it really empowers just the whole system.
Absolutely right. And we could talk about that alone all night. Holly, go ahead and introduce yourself a little more for us.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to be here with you today. My name's Holly Lannert, and I'm an instructional coach from Illinois, and I'm also a co-host of the Rise for Educators podcast. And the videos, when I first saw these videos, they're just so touching and heartwarming. So I'm thrilled to be here today to amplify these students' voices and be part of this conversation.
Thank you. All right, Melissa.
Hi, everyone. So grateful to be here with everybody discussing students' voices and amplifying and hearing their perspectives and wonderful ideas. My name is Melissa Campesi. I am a multicultural author and advocate, an EL educator here in New Jersey. And my book basically promotes student voice. I collect stories from students from all around the world, especially my students. I'm just inspired by them. And I enjoy sharing them so others can gain new perspectives on life.
Awesome. Wow. This is going to be such a beautiful episode. And we have so many amazing people here in the audience with us celebrating and amplifying students. I literally have goosebumps right now. So hi, David. Hi, Amanda. Hi, everybody that's shouting out. Keep those comments coming so you can engage with us. Before we get started, go ahead and make sure by tonight's end that you like, follow, and subscribe to SchoolRubric on YouTube. And don't forget, hang out with us at the end. We're going to move pretty fast because we really want to get to this video at the end. Let's go ahead and start with, we're featuring 4 videos. And the first video is really special. It's Phillip. He is a kindergarten student in Orlando, Florida, and he is focusing on home. Let's check out what Phillip has to say.
Hi, my name is Phillip. I'm in kindergarten, and my one word is home because I get to do everything. I get to do virtual school, and I get to hang out with my family, and I get to read lots of books.
So cute.
Okay. Phillip. I love Phillip. One, he's a kindergartner and I'm a kindergarten teacher. And there's something about that innocence of a child, in this pandemic. He's found his joy. He's found his happy place. He is happy to be at home, and he gets to do some of those things that, during the school day, it's often so fast paced. By the time it's time to get home, it's go to sports, do this, do that. But he's able to soak in those moments and not miss anything. I mean, did you really see the joy that he has in the midst of a pandemic? Spencer, how does that make you feel?
I was just gonna say, the same thing, Tracy, and kind of build off what you're saying because wow, that video, first off, the cutest video maybe I've ever seen. And kindergartners, they're just so cute. But building that student to, parent or child to, whoever they're in the house with relationship, really, I feel like took off during the pandemic. And for them, they didn't know any different in that innocence, but the fact that they could stay at home and read with their, parent or whoever's at home, or, read with their brother or sister, or do a fun project. I feel like that's what really stood out to me in this video, that home aspect of saying, how can we build it from within our home and make it feel that way? Melissa, what do you kind of see when you see this video?
Well, I see children like Phillip. I also have a kindergartner as well. And these kids are just resilient. And I know we like to think that they look to us for comfort and, everything's going to be okay. But to be truthful, at home, I also look to my sons for comfort at home. So, that bonding time at home, creating that safe haven together was very special during the pandemic.
Very special. I mean, these moments are just priceless, and good things can come out of tough times. So, Holly, what are your thoughts?
Yeah. I mean, how can you help but love? Phillip has this big grin and his arms are open wide. It was so clear how safe and connected he is. And that's really what he's gotten from being at home. I guess I was thinking, on the flip side, we also have some kids that have had some real struggles at home. And I think we've been able to see that firsthand through virtual learning. And one of the gifts of this year, I think, is we've had a deeper understanding of our students, and we've seen them like in their home environments. And I really think that these are what are going to lead to really compassionate conversations going forward.
You are so right. And oh my gosh, we should totally come back and have a deeper conversation about that. This whole connecting at home has gone to a new level that we can never go back to before. We just can't. All right. Let's go ahead and dive into our second video. This video comes from Quentin Browder, and he is an undergraduate student at Oklahoma Baptist University. Let's take a look.
Hi, my name is Quentin. I play football at Oklahoma Baptist University. My one word would be strength. Physical strength so I can stay on top of football and do good in athletics. Mental strength to stay on top of my grades and academics, and spiritual strength to know that God has my back throughout all of this.
Holly.
So when I watched this video, I was like, Phillip, this Quentin, he is such an impressive young man, right on the brink of adulthood. And I had no idea that this is actually Traci's son. Good job, Mom, because he's all kinds of amazing. What really stood out to me, there are two things. I think the first one, he really has this sense of balance, this mind, body, and spirit in order to build his strength. And then I think the other thing that stood out was his connection to football. And I just picture I picture Quentin in these locker rooms and having these conversations with coaches where they're talking about the importance of physical strength, mental strength, leaning on your teammates. And I thought, he's had so much practice building this strength, and he has all of these reservoirs, and you could see the time of adversity hits, and he has them all ready, right at his disposal. So I think it speaks to the power of these team sports and group activities.
Very good point. Spencer, dive into that a little deeper.
Yes, and I love this video because, well, I'm a big football fan too, but not only that, but I feel like often when we're talking about the pandemic, we're talking about, this one word notion, a lot of times we focus on the really young kids or, adults. A lot of times kids this age get overlooked and it, kind of brushed to the side, but the strength that they were able to kind of possess this age group and say, we got to be mentally strong and we got to be physically strong and we kind of got to go about our avenues in different ways just kind of blows me away from that perspective. And for them to say, we got to be strong in all areas, I feel like as an adult, says, wow, I really got to, watch myself and try to do that more as I'm moving forward. And that's for sure. Melissa, what do you kind of think as far as this video?
Well, I think Quentin at his very young adult age already has a lot of wisdom. I wish at his age I had that wisdom as well. And I don't know if that's something that allowed us to reflect upon during the pandemic. But the fact that he said strength, and it wasn't just talking about physical strength, but it was also about mental and spiritual. And I think a lot of us had this quiet time to really build on all three, because when one is off, you feel like you're off, right? So it kind of really just embodies your whole person. And we always have to think the same thing for our students: mind, body, and spirit. You know, we have to really try to connect with them on those three levels. So he brought up such a great point in those three levels.
You know, and I'll round this out. Quentin is an amazing, beautiful human being. He's the kid that everybody loves. He's often driving around in circles before he comes home because a kid needs a shoulder. He's a role model. And the one thing I'll say is Quentin stands on the shoulders of a massive village. Our church family, our own family, our friends. There are friends, men, who call and check on him at college. There are coaches who call and check on him, the grandmothers, church members. So that village is so important for all families to have. And you know, for a kid in college, Spencer, you nailed it. We often miss that population, you know, and in football, like he's like, will I get to play? So these, you know, because of COVID. So the things that high school students are going through, we often miss it. So I hope that one video reminds us, and the videos we'll see at the end, to pause for a minute and really check on and make sure that those college students are okay and be that village for them. All right. Let's go to Keira. She's a 7th grade student and she's in Taichung, Taiwan. So let's check out what she has to say about family.
Hi, my name is Keira, and I go to AST in Taichung, Taiwan. And something that reminds me of school is family, because I feel so close to all my classmates and friends. And I think that school is a great place to, at the same time, learn and also have a fun experience with your peers.
Spencer, talk to us a little bit about Keira's video, because there's a little bit of a special piece that we need to highlight, right?
Yes, definitely. And the fact that where she was at, you know, they didn't completely close down necessarily like we do. So home for them looked a little bit different. Home was that community aspect, you know, kind of what we're going back into, I would say, a lot here in the US. And, you know, personally for me, I love this video and it really connected to me because as I'm going back to school, you know, for me, I'm saying, how can I build relationships with my students better? You know, maybe, you know, outside of the classroom, I'm going to try to go into more of their sporting events or more of their performances that they're doing, whether they're doing instruments or whatever. I want to try to be more involved with them. I want to build up those relationships. I want to go out of my way to say, how are you doing, you know, when they're doing things in my room, and try to build that up. And I think that aspect of that video is what stood out to me, you know, building that, saying, you know, here's my peers, here's my teachers. How can we connect this and make this a family and make it something that's authentic, real, and someone, you know, you can go to and say, hey, Mr. Sharp, I need you for this. And knowing I'll say, I got your back 100% of the time.
Well said. I love how she highlights relationships and you can see that joy. Melissa, what do you think?
Well, when I think of family during the pandemic, I think of really building upon those small moments that we have. Before the pandemic, life for everybody was chaotic, you know, sports runs here, birthday parties here, and all these crazy events. And it really allowed us to have a time to just kind of reset and reflect and just make little moments significant and important at home with our family.
Holly, what are you thinking?
Yeah, that's all such great points. You know, I was thinking it kind of encompasses so much of what all of you said. Last time, Traci, when you were talking about how we're building on the village, you know, I think that's what she's doing. She's kind of like gathering these social connections, and you can feel like that's one of the ways she's coping through all of this, which I think is super powerful. And I love, you know, Spencer, when you were talking about building relationships, I think it's like part building relationships, teacher to student. But I think the other part is like really building that sense of belonging, like we are one family. And I don't know about you guys, but the longer the break is, the harder it is for me to go back. So I think our students are in this place where, that it may be a little bit harder for them to come back. So figuring out ways where you can have language where, you're saying like, you are part of the family, you are protected, you are connected, you are truly cared for. And also these are things that you can extend to the other kids in the class. So we really are a family.
We are a family. I love that. And, it's a great segue into David dropped a comment and he said, when things return kind of back to normal, let's not lose that parent-teacher relationship once we're face-to-face. And we have walked alongside parents. Parents have been shoulders for us. We've been shoulders for parents. I feel like parents are able to better support their students by watching us teach. We're better able to connect with the kids because we're seeing the home and really connecting and understanding the challenges that parents are facing right now. So that empathy piece, we can't lose that. And then I'm going to go right into Michelle said, oh my gosh, this statement is powerful. She says, families are the stability.
Yes.
Families are the stability for students. And they're the safe place. It's the one constant in all of this revolving turmoil, confused mess that we're in right now.
Right.
So thanks, Michelle, for sharing that. Let's jump to Kayleigh. She is an 11th grader in Pemberton, New Jersey. Her one word is just watch.
Hi, my name is Kayleigh Haynes. I'm a junior in sports medicine and I'm from Pemberton, New Jersey. One word I would use to describe this school year is humorous, because besides sports medicine, laughter is the best medicine.
I'm sorry, that's just funny. I love it. All right, so Spencer, what do you think about that? I mean, we're just full of smiles right now.
I mean, if anyone knows me, I'm always the guy that's joking around and having a good time. And I always say fun. Why can't it not be fun? And I think more than ever, kids need that aspect, make it fun for them, whatever projects you're doing, whatever things you're doing in the classroom, might as well put a fun little twist on it and kind of make it, just something different that those kids are going to remember. Not only are they going to remember it, but like we've talked about in a lot of our last, couple episodes here on office hours, that's going to help those kids remember that, more, and that's going to help it relate to them more. And that's going to be something they say, hey, you remember 8 years ago when this crazy teacher did this awesome thing for us? And they're going to remember that thing and they're going to remember what you taught. So I think, that humorous aspect not only makes us happy, makes us laugh, and it's good medicine, like the video said, but it's also a way for us to kind of say, wow, we can remember these different awesome things we have to learn inside the classroom.
I agree. I think laughter, I've always said it, laughter is medicinal. It just, when you laugh, you let out all these like good feeling hormones and chemicals, and you kind of just relax and be in the moment. And for me, laughter connects to others. And so it's okay to kind of combat challenges, especially during the pandemic with laughter. To maybe escape reality and to just have a little bit of a lighter heart. So I think laughter is a great way to get through some tough times.
Yeah, I was thinking, we've all used these, like all of these kids and all of these words sort of highlight their coping mechanisms that they've used throughout this pandemic. And I think, there have been a lot of sad times, but using humor is a great way for us to reset our bodies, like Melissa said, physically, release stress, and also form those connections. I know we have these mirror neurons, just from a science aspect, that we are wired to kind of copy each other. So someone who starts that laughter starts like this contagious cycle. And so I think she makes a great point. I think we should make a point of laughing with each other and with our students.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've got comments just popping up like crazy. This is awesome. I love what Michelle said about the joy and the happiness. And Charles says, having a sense of humor about everything during this challenging time has brought a smile to all. And Oh, David, laughter's an easy way to tear down walls. It is, because if somebody's laughing, you can't stand there and not laugh, right?
That's right.
And I think as teachers, as educators, as leaders in this institution of education, we have a choice in how we look at situations. We need to be real, because that's teaching kids how to be resilient. And part of being resilient is learning how to overcome, learning how to rise above and walk through storms. But I have a choice in how I do it. So we're modeling that resiliency and choosing joy. You can have some sad times and give yourself permission to be worried, concerned, and scared, because if we're not real, we're not really teaching students how to navigate life. And that's really what we're supposed to be doing. Guys, wow, this time has flown by. And we're actually closing down early because we really want to highlight all of the student voices that we've put together in this video for you, amplifying student voices. These are students around the country who have shared their one word and their why. They were brave, and we are so proud of them. And as a mom, I also have to say my younger 15-year-old son is in this video too. So, you mention one, you got to mention the other, right? So Spencer, Holly, Melissa, thank you for joining us at Office Hours. And Holly and Melissa, this was your first time, and we definitely don't think it's going to be the last time. So thank you for hanging out with us right now. Make sure you guys like and subscribe and follow SchoolRubric on YouTube. And let's go ahead and jump into the video.
Hi, my name is Phillip. I'm in kindergarten, and my one word is home, because I get to do everything. I get to do virtual school, and I get to hang out with my family, and I get to read lots of books.
Hi, my name is Lena, and I'm a middle school student at the American International School of Vienna. My word to describe this year is unique, because of all the different and unusual things and places we've learned.
Hi, my name is Quentin. I play football at Oklahoma Baptist University. My one word would be strength. Physical strength, so I can stay on top of football and do good in athletics. Mental strength to stay on top of my grades and academics, and spiritual strength to know that God has my back throughout all of this.
Hello, my name is Shai Toledano, and I attend school in the Dominican Republic at the International School System. If I had to use one word to describe this year, it would be opportunity. Because with all the free time I've had, I've been able to explore my interests, and I've gotten to know myself better than ever before.
Hi, my name is Kayleigh Haynes. I'm a junior in sports medicine, and I'm from Pemberton, New Jersey. One word I would use to describe this school year is humorous, because besides sports medicine, laughter is the best medicine.
Hola, mi nombre es Arlenis, tengo 9 años, estudio en el Dream Project, en el Callejón de la Loma, Cabarete. El COVID-19 para mí fue una comunicación con mi familia.
Hi, my name is Eve Mott, and I'm from ISV. And my word for this year is challenging, because COVID is challenging.
Hi, I'm Evan. I'm from the International School of Belgrade. My word for this year is staycation, because no one got to go anywhere due to COVID.
Hi, my name is Keira, and I go to AST in Taichung, Taiwan. And something that reminds me of school is family, because I feel so close to all my classmates and friends. And I think that school is a great place to, at the same time, learn and also have a fun experience with your peers.
Hola, soy Martín, tengo 16 años y estudio cuarto de la ESO en España. Y mi palabra en el mundo es el esfuerzo, porque con ella se consigue todo.
Hi, I'm Bissy, and I study at the University of Colorado, Denver. My one word would be creativity, because I've had to come up with so many different ways of being productive in one space.
Hi, my name is Chris James. I am a junior theater major from Delran, and one word that describes this school year is perseverance, because with everything going on and all the hardships and adversity that the school and the students have faced, DCI's team has still found a way to get us in here and have an effective day.
Hi, I'm Rory, and I'm from the International School of Phillip. My word of the year is virtual. Due to COVID, kids have been told to stay home and learn virtually.
Hi, my name is Emma, and I'm from AIS Vienna. My word for this school year is supercalifragilisticexpialidocious because it is almost undescribable.
My name is Donovan. I'm from Mansfield, Texas, and one word I would use to describe my school year this year is weird. And I say it because it's weird being home this much and during the school day. I'm not used to it. It's weird because of all the new distance policies we have in both football and track, which makes it a lot different than last year. And just the school year's been weird, interesting this year, so.
Hola, me llamo Natalia, tengo 18 años y estoy en segundo bachillerato en España. Mi palabra favorita del mundo es el aprendizaje, porque sin ella no se podría construir un mundo mejor.
Hi, my name is Zaina. I am 7 years old, and one word to describe this school year is that it's really challenging. I can't see my teacher or my friends, and Zoom might be glitchy, it might kick you out, and you might just get frustrated from the work, and you can't see your teacher, and yeah. Bye.
My name is Emily Martelak. I'm from Maple Shade, New Jersey. I'm a senior in sports med, and my word to describe this year is stability. But you gotta learn how to roll with the punches.
Hi, my name is Talani. I live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I'm a grad student. One word I would use to describe learning in a pandemic is limbo, because every day feels like every other day.
Hi, my name is Chloe Kleiber, and I'm a freshman at Geyer High School.
Chloe, tell us what your biggest challenge this year has been.
I think one of the biggest challenges I faced this school year is adjusting to high school in a way that no one's really ever had to adjust before. And I think being a freshman has its challenges already, but with COVID, there were these added pressures that just kind of made me feel a little bit lost, and especially in a big school with a lot of new people.
Hi, my name is Keira Anderson. I'm a junior in sports med. I'm from Pemberton, New Jersey, and my one word to describe the school year would be crazy, because it's been up and down.
Hi, my name is Hudson, and I'm from ISB Bangkok. And my word of the year is hope. It is hope, because I hope COVID goes away. Bye.
Thank you for watching School Rubric on YouTube. Make sure that you like, follow, and subscribe in order to stay looped in on all of our diverse collection of shows, interviews, panels, tutorials, and more from educators around the globe. And visit us at SchoolRubric.com for even more great content, such as our online articles, Interact magazine, featured podcasts, and more. Thank you.